Hey guys, it's Vanderbosch here. Today we're gonna go take off the front door panels and try to figure out why my window won't roll up all the way. It seems like it's uneven. Also, I bought some of these wind visors for the front windows and some window guide pieces. Hopefully this will stop some rain from getting in when you have the windows cracked. Here's a part number for that. I got them off Amayama or something. I'll have a link in the description talking about where I got these. So we'll see what we run into with the install of these guys. So there's kind of 4 bolts and your lock thing you have to remove. So unscrew this piece. Then you need to remove these 2 plugs. Kind of just get a small flathead and stick it in there to pry them out. And then there's a plastic piece right here that you have to remove, and there's 2 screws behind this. So I'm going to take those off and come back to see where we're at. One thing I just wanted to mention when you guys are taking this cap up is it swings out this way. So I don't want anyone kind of trying to pry it up from this side and they break this little hinge piece. So with that open, you can get at that screw. And then once that screws off, you can pull this kind of whole assembly back out. So we'll do that and see exactly why my windows won't roll up all the way. So the first time I try to remove this door, there's these plastic like door clips that are in between here, and I ripped the liner, the plastic thing through the liner, which you don't want to do because then it'll be kind of harder to put these back in. So if you go to like AutoZone or any type of auto parts store, they have these door panel removers. So I bought one of these, and it's really nice to kind of slip past the plastic piece and then pry it off, and it doesn't damage the cardboard door liner thing, because obviously we can't get new ones of those. So I'm going to try to slowly pull those off without actually breaking that cardboard. So it's just me out here, so it might be kind of hard to show you exactly what I'm looking at, but you can kind of see that plastic piece in there. I'm going to slide this tool next to it, and then you kind of pry it out. And that one just kind of came up by itself. I'll try to do the next one. So the next one, you want to find where the thing is, get the forks around it, and then kind of, where the hell is it? There it is. So then you kind of just pry it back, and then the clip stays in the cardboard piece and doesn't rip it. Alright, so I got all the clips undone. It should be kind of loose now. Now if you pull up and then toward yourself, you should be able to slide it out of that channel in the front and then pull the whole door off. So I'll see if I can do that while kind of filming. There we go. So that's that. Put this down over here. Okay, now we're gonna sew. Okay. Now we're gonna look over this and see what is making this window all screwed up. So the big thing here I'm trying to fix is when I roll up my window, it gets stuck right there. So something's putting some pressure on this. I'm gonna look around the mechanism and try to figure out if it's a weather stripping thing that's kind of pinching it, or what's going on with this. 'Cause that right there gets super tight. If I find something, I'll come back. Otherwise, I might just button this up, maybe put my wind visors on. So we'll see what happens. So many hours later, I think I have it kind of figured out. It goes up now, unhinged, doesn't get stuck midway. It took a lot of just kind of experimenting with and redoing. So the window mechanism back there is attached by these 4 bolts right here, and then these 2 bolts right here. Now these ones look like they might be more oblong than these ones. As you can see, kind of like if I zoom in, you can see where it used to sit and kind of where this used to sit. So I loosened everything, all of this stuff. And then I had someone, when the window was down to like right here, lift up this end, just lift it straight up. And then I went through and tightened all these bolts down as it was lift up. And that seemed to unpinch what was going on in the background. It's really hard to see what is going on the inside. Like, I know there's some rails and it didn't seem like it was binding up on the rails. I took the weather stripping out of the channel up here, and it still was getting stuck on stuff. So what ended up happening was just loosen these bolts, lift up the window from right here, and then re-tighten back down, and that seemed to be the correct approach. It works now. We'll see how long it actually lasts. I'm gonna probably try to install one of those visors right now, but at least my window shuts now. That's a good thing. So when I took this apart, I kind of made sure that I wasn't ruining this plastic down here. I'm gonna try to just like re-squish it, because it seems like it's some type of sealant. It's still pretty sticky. Put that right back up and do kind of the reverse of the install, put the panel back on, and see where we go from there. While I have that side off and everything, I'm going to install these wind visors to the channel that the window sets in. It just requires you to pull back the weather stripping, and then these snap into place. Pretty audible, which is nice. So I'll be installing I actually ended up buying 2 sets on accident, so kind of the first step here is to gently pull back. Can you see that? The weather stripping on here. I actually ordered some new ones because this one has pinches in certain spots that kind of, the window won't sit back. And I just slowly pull this all out. Alright. I'll let that hang. Then the visors will just snap inside that channel. I'll get someone to help me film so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see how these are kind of shaped the same way as these channels. And when you add some pressure to them, hopefully I don't break it. Should make a pretty vivid, snappy noise. Let me try this one up here. Yeah, right there. So then we can go back down here. Let's try up here. This one should snap in. This one should snap in. I may have to move everything down over so that it can actually. There we go. Alright, then snug up the top. There's no gaps. This one didn't seem to snap in very good. It didn't make that audible noise, but it's still actually in there. Alright. Then just reinstall the weather strip back inside the channel, kind of making sure it's still kind of aligned to accept your window. One other thing I'm going to install, which I have to go grab over here, is these window guides. Now these are supposed to kind of guide the window into the channel. I installed it on the other side, and there's like this kind of a crack right here in the visor that I think I could fit that thing into. But then after I put this, snaps in the same way as the visor, and put this back in, it should all be done. So here are the wind visors installed. I kind of forgot to take a video on the day that I initially installed the wind visors, but I kind of wanted you guys to get a look of how they look when they're installed. I'll also try to get inside the vehicle just so you can see how much the wind visor kind of sticks into your field of view when you're driving. Just give me a second, I gotta unlock it. So when you're sitting in the van, I mean, they do have a little bit of a blocking, but it's not too bad. I mean, I think it's definitely worth being able to have your windows cracked when it's raining without water getting in. But it doesn't really block anything. It kind of adds a nice kind of tinted view to it. But that's this. The wind visors, I'm going to leave them on. I think they're good. I'm going to replace the weather stripping. I actually have them at the shop, so I just got to install them. That's the last thing I need to do. Other than that, I did install the lift kit. I have the videos. I need to edit them together. And then I'll be posting that soon as well. So I'll see you guys then, and thanks for watching.